What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tillman. Now, I've been pretty consistent with working out, but I've never taken it to another level. So what we're gonna do today is I've teamed up with Mr. Olympia himself, and he's gonna actually take me through a few workouts. I'm actually gonna try to transform my body. One of the most important things that we can do as officers is try to improve our health and wellness, and one of the ways we do that is by working out, eating healthy. So in this new series of videos that we're gonna be bringing to you guys, we're gonna be going over my eating. We're gonna be getting into the workouts, how to do them, why it's important, the stretching, all the things that you need to know to better improve yourself. So stick around with us because this is gonna be a dope experience. So Joseph, now, it's dope that you're Mr. Olympia, but I think that's like the few that ever reach that pinnacle in their life. Right. Some people may not even desire. I don't know if I can do that, but I'm Mr. Officer at home or Mrs. Officer at home. I have a family. I'm busy day to day. What can they get out of being fitness, and how do they get to those goals? Because obviously there's two polar opposites. I mean, if you're going to go all in on training, that takes commitment, it takes a lifestyle, but I don't want necessarily all that, but I still want to be fit and healthy and all that stuff. What would you say to me?
First off, bodybuilding is for everyone. The sport of bodybuilding is not. So I actually never really push competition on people. It's something that I let them kind of choose on their own. So whenever somebody approaches me, I'm never like, you ever thought about doing a competition? I'm always just like, yeah, let's just get you better. Let's get you healthy. I do kind of help people find their niche and how to kind of work around their family life. And so if someone like you, for instance, you travel a lot, so it's hard for you to stick to a gym regimen. So on your program, I'm actually going to give you a wholesale gym workout. And then when it comes to the macronutrients, that's the beauty of the macros, is that you can eat the same food your family is eating, and the only difference is you would have to kind of measure out your portions a little bit. But this is definitely going to fit into your lifestyle, and I'm going to show you how to mold that all in.
So I've been training my whole life. I was a Division I college athlete. Me and my wife train really consistently, but I've never been on a regimen. And so I kind of want to see how I can take myself to another level. And I think the reason why is because there's a lot of people in law enforcement that we make excuses for ourselves, and we don't want to try to push ourselves to the next limit. I always talk about, it's important to be in shape. So I'm gonna put myself, my wife, we're gonna put ourselves in an uncomfortable spot, and let's get after it. Let's take it to another level.
I'm gonna be teaching more than just weightlifting. Okay. The goal here is to elevate you in all aspects of health. So we're gonna be working on mobility. I'm gonna teach you how to do all your nutrition. I'm gonna teach you how to track macros. I'm gonna teach you how to warm up, cool down. We're gonna be doing some movement stuff, some stretching. And the goal is, like I said, is just to kind of just overall get your body as optimal as possible.
I want to jump into what this series is really going to be about. This is actually going to be, we're going to break this up into bits and pieces. Today is kind of more of an intro of what you guys can expect kind of coming forward. We're going to be talking about the diet. We're going to be talking about certain workouts. We're going to be talking about saving your back out there. As police officers, there's a lot of people that have back injuries that go out and you retire early. We're going to talk about the mental part and why working out and fitness is good for the mental. But today I want to start with the basic. We have to understand the why. Now, for me, the why is so important. I mentioned it when I opened up, is that the number one killer for police officers is suicide. It's suicide. And then the reason I started Breaking Barriers United was to bridge the gap between law enforcement and the community. Why? Because a lot of members of the community feel that they don't get the right treatment that they should be by law enforcement. Now, when the rubber meets the road, I think that the negative interactions that we do have with the community could have been prevented, and a lot of that is because of officer wellness or lack thereof. So let's talk really briefly about the importance of having a well-balanced fitness regimen and healthy regimen in your life for our police officers or aspiring police officers.
Yeah, well, something we talked about earlier was, I said there's three main addictions in life, right? You have alcohol, you have drugs, and you have fitness. The only difference is when you abuse fitness, that's the only one that can actually improve your health.
Wow.
And I guess it depends how you look at it, because some people will see my life and they're like, oh, this guy almost, from an abusive part, I'm very addicted when it comes to fitness. And it's very true, because every time you exercise, you get those endorphins that release, which are a feel-good hormone. And I tell people, I go, fitness is really the only thing you can do in life that actually rewards you. Like, your body rewards you for exercising with endorphins.
Wow.
I go, everybody in the world is supposed to be exercising in either way, shape, or form. You have to find what works for you. And I go, and the body will reward you for doing it. I go, there's a reason why there's a reward system behind it. I go, you're supposed to be doing it, and you have to just find what you enjoy. So that's the first thing. After that, it's all about consistency. Consistency is key, and we hear it all the time. And when you wake up in the morning, you're not always going to be motivated.
Yeah.
But it's something that you know you have to do for your own physical well-being and your mental well-being. Because every time you exercise, you get those endorphins. It's going to make you feel a lot better. If you're having these negative thoughts, or if you had a bad day at work, it's going to help kind of damper all that, and it's going to make you feel a lot better.
Now, I'm telling you, the part I'm afraid of the most, I'm not going to lie, I'm being transparent. Part I'm afraid of the most is the diet. I love to eat.
Yeah.
So the working out part, I can do that. I mean, that's what. But once the plan is in place, I think that's going to be the hardest. But I'm committed to doing it.
It's all discipline.
I'm gonna be disciplined.
It's all discipline. And one thing I always tell my clients, I go, if you argue with yourself, it only makes it that much harder.
Just do it.
You just got to do it. And that goes with nutrition and with going to the gym, because a lot of people, though, they'll kind of argue with themselves internally. And I go, and that doesn't help anything.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to just kind of be like, you know what, I'm going to do it no matter what. I'm going to be committed, and let's just see how far I can get.
3 months.
3 months.
3 months.
We're
That's
committed.
I'm committed for 3 months.
Yeah.
After that, if I don't like it, I'm going back to cheesecake. But until then, 3 months. Thanks, Joe.
Absolutely.